How's it going, everyone? This is ND Sean 45 of the Two Irish Brothers Show. Now, like Ben and I told you on Sunday, if any news broke, and of course with tonight being the first college football playoff rankings, one of us was going to be here to talk about it. And in that case, it is me, because Ben works nights. But he went ahead and gave me his blessing to go ahead and do this. And this isn't going to be a long video, hence why I'm filming with the cell phone right now instead of the desktop. But real quick, before I get to the playoffs, some news that broke from Brian Kelly. Safety Kyle Hamilton will not be suiting up against Navy this weekend. That sucks because it's his second consecutive game that he will be missing, and also it's a blow to our defensive backfield, of course. You know, anytime you miss an All-American player, it sucks. But I will say this, though, and I'm not trying to spoil our preview for Navy, and I'm not trying to disrespect Navy either, but if there's a game that you can get away without having Kyle Hamilton in there, this is the game to do it. Because Navy doesn't pass the ball a lot, and it's after Navy that we're really going to need to focus on big time going forward as far as the postseason goes. So that's when we're really going to need Kyle Hamilton. When we are really going to need Kyle Hamilton healthy. I hate it when I can't talk. But we'll cover that more as time goes along. But anyway, tonight obviously is the big one that everybody's focused on right now. Tonight was the first college football playoff rankings of the season. And a couple of big surprises in there. Now, number one, nobody's shocked by this at all. Georgia, number one. Number two, Alabama. Few people surprised by that. Myself personally, I'm not. Number three, Michigan State. And number four, this is the one that really shocked me the most. Number four, the Oregon Ducks. Then at number five, the first team on the outside looking in, the Ohio State Buckeyes. And then number six, this is the one that has the whole college football world in complete bedlam and chaos right now, the Cincinnati Bearcats. Now, well, actually, you know what? Let me round out the top 10. So, after number 6, Cincinnati, you have Michigan at number 7, Oklahoma number 8, Wake Forest at number 9, and then us at number 10 to round out the top 10. Now, real quick with Notre Dame, I got to be honest with you guys, I'm a little miffed about that number 10 ranking, but it's not like I can complain a whole lot about it. But just giving my opinion here, I do not think that we should be ranked behind Michigan or Wake Forest, but I can understand why we are. You know, there's pros and cons with both of those teams. You know, Michigan, yeah, they're 7-1, but their only loss is to the number 3 team in the country right now. And at the same time, that was a game that they badly let slip away. With Wake Forest, last I checked, they had like the 80th ranked schedule in the country. But at the same time, they're undefeated, and they're the odds-on favorite to win the ACC championship right now. So, like I said, I'm a little miffed by that, but I can understand why. But at the same time, a month of football to be played yet. It'll all work itself out. Now, let's talk briefly about, and I don't want to go too in-depth here because I think for an in-depth conversation, Ben should be here for it. So I'll just keep it brief right now. So far, the top 6, you know, the top 4 and the 2 teams, the first 2 out, all those teams should be there, definitely. And I will say this with Cincinnati, and this is going to be an unpopular opinion, but hey, between the two of us, between Ben and I'm the one that people love to hate, and I'm perfectly fine with having an unpopular opinion that people are going to hate. But Cincinnati does have an argument when it comes to Oregon. I think you could easily swap those two teams. I will say that. But the fact that people are pissed off at Cincinnati being number 6, and I can understand it. I do. You know, they're undefeated. They did beat us at home on our own turf. They did what they had to do. But here's the hard the hard reality that you have to face. And people, when things haven't gone Notre Dame's way, this is the stuff that people love to tell us. Look at the overall picture. And in this case with Cincinnati, it's no different. Aside from us, who else have they really beaten that's big? What other big dog have they really beaten besides us? Nobody. You look at that schedule, there is no other big name team, big ranked team on their schedule that they've beaten. And half of those teams that they've beaten, they haven't exactly been blowouts. I mean, you look at for example, they only beat Navy by 7. So it's not like they've dominated every single team on their schedule. Even us, it wasn't complete domination. We committed 3 big turnovers that turned away everything. Otherwise, Cincinnati would be they'd be 7-1 right now. But that's the overall thing that you have to look at is who else have they played besides us? And like I said, you could make the argument against Oregon too. I think they're being overly rewarded for that victory over Ohio State, but they also lost to a very mediocre Stanford team. So Cincinnati definitely has an argument when it comes to that. So I think at the very least, they should be where Ohio State is. They should be that 5th ranked team who has first dibs on when it comes time to when someone in the current top 4 gets knocked out, because I don't see the top 4 staying like this. There's going to be more bedlam and chaos, and it's going to change. And so if you don't like that opinion, that's fine, but you have to look at everything. What, aside from their victory over us, who else have they beaten that's a top dog? But speaking of us and bedlam and chaos, as much as I hate to say it, and even though the season's not over, still a month of football to be played yet, and I think all of this will play itself out. But chaos and bedlam, I think, is what the Irish are going to need to make one of those top 4 spots. I hate saying it, but I'm going to stay optimistic as best as I can, but we're going to need a lot of chaos and bedlam to get one of those 4 spots. It is what it is. But at the very least, we are in good shape to make it to a major bowl game in the NY6. And so that I'm not going to complain about. Not going to complain about that, but of course the ultimate goal is to try to make the playoffs. But yeah, that's where things stand right now. This is only the first playoff ranking. We still have 3 more to go, or 4 more to go, whatever. A month of football left to be played. So on that note, everyone, that's all I have for you. This is Andy Sean 45 of the Two Irish Brothers signing off. God bless, good night, and go Irish.